Wow. And when it comes to your number, my gorgeous Leonie, when it comes to the year 2025, your number is going to be 888. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how important this number is, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leonie, and when it comes to the whole year of 2025. What does this mean? Well, it means that to start with, by the end of January 2025, my gorgeous Leonie, you will most certainly know, what your destiny is going to be. There is a big, enormous, absolutely massive revelation you are going to have in January 2025. This massive revelation I'm talking about is going to set you free instantly. Okay, so when I say that basically, you are going to find out your destiny by the end of the month of January 2025, well, to some of you, this is going to happen in such a way where you are going to have this mind-blowing confirmation of the path you currently are at. And when it comes to the things you have been thinking about that have been on your mind persistently in terms of planning for the future, this is all to do with a big plan for your future, my gorgeous Leonie. So to some of you, this is going to come as a confirmation, this big revelation I'm talking about. To some of you, this is going to come like a big confirmation, okay? But to some of you, you are really going to realize for the first time, what your destiny is actually going to be. And when I say what your destiny is going to be, well, most certainly you will know, you will clearly understand which direction your life is about to take, and this direction is going to be big, this direction is going to be beautiful. I'm afraid, my gorgeous Leonie, there were certain aspects of your life that have been tying you down. There are certain aspects of your life that have been making you feel really unhappy for a while, and it's a lot to do with an ongoing plan in your life that have been slowed down indeed. So this is why an important plan, and this is why this revelation is going to be so big. This is why this revelation is going to be so important. So with other words, you will most certainly know by the end of January which way, your life will actually go. And this revelation that I'm talking about, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to happen in such a way where in January, you are going to have this absolutely mind-blowing news. Okay? Something is going to happen in January. There is this news you are going to have, and you are going to feel so happy, because that in itself, it's to do with you, a kind of it's a lot to do with what you were kind of expecting to hear. But there are elements when it comes to this good news, my gorgeous Leonie, where basically the bottom line is that this good news, it's gonna really, this is a lot to do with the results of your hard work, for example, but as well, something will really have such a big turnaround when it comes to that news, because on another hand, it's not so much about you having some kind of a reward. It's not so much about some kind of achievement here. No, baby, no. But it's more about, oh my God, this good news is going to mean to you so much, because you will realize exactly what you are going to do, or shall I say, what you are finally going to be able to do. Just remember, this is to do with an ongoing plan in your life, and this particular plan has been slowed down, and some of you decided to protect yourselves, in such a way where you kind of even, you were affected to the point where you wanted to suppress certain things at the back of your mind, in order to protect yourself. So this is to do, and we do this subconsciously, to be quite honest with you. And this normally happens when, something that means to us so much has got such a negative turnaround in our lives. So it happens at a time when we do have this negative change in circumstances, which sadly reflect on an aspect of our lives that keeps us going so much, you know. And this obviously means that it's to do with an ongoing plan in your life that have been slowed down. So this in itself, my gorgeous Leone, it's also going to be such a big and such a great moment of your spiritual and your personal awakening. Absolutely brilliant. So it's going to start with this good news, positive news, the results of your hard work. Certain things are most certainly going to start paying off for you, but it's not so much about that. It's more about you, being so happy and finally realizing what are you going to be able to do. You know, you're going to become so kind of creative, and you are once again going to reconnect with yourself like so beautifully. Such a gorgeous moment of your personal realignment where suddenly everything is going to start making sense. You're going to start seeing things crystal clear, especially when it comes to like being obvious to you which direction you're going to actually take. So this is going to be leading towards you becoming so much more happier, so much more optimistic. You're going to have so many plans, so many ideas on your mind. Just remember that this is to do with something you wanted to do for absolute ages. Only now everything is going to start making absolutely beautiful sense. And I can see you trusting yourself and trusting your path, you know, again. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're not trusting yourself, but it's to do with you trusting this particular path again. Do you see what I mean? And I really hope, my gorgeous Leone, that this is not too confusing, you know? By the time you get to the second, so that was in January, okay? So by the time you get to the actual second month, you know, by the time you get to February 2025, you're going to have such a beautiful like experience here. There is no doubt about it. You know, I can see like a group of people. I can see people enjoying themselves. I can see some kind of a gathering here. And I can see you being surrounded by really beautiful people. And beautiful people in every way possible. To be quite honest with you, I can see you being around like beautiful people in terms of spirituality, but I can also see you being surrounded by these beautiful people in terms of like, you know, their success and their ambition in life as well, you know. So this is going to be a really nice combination of people you are going to be surrounded by in February 2025. And there are going to be so many interesting conversations that are going to be going on. On one hand, that are going to be going on, and you're gonna you know, connect to these conversations, and there are lots of points where you are gonna feel like you're really getting inspired, you know, because this is what the power and magic of these people does. You know, the people who are beautiful in every way possible, they are creating this beautiful energy, and this energy, it's also like kind of like playing a really big role when it comes to us being inspired about certain aspects of our lives that are also like kind of playing their own role in terms of, you know, even more awakening we are going to have. So there are a couple of things that are really going to come out of here, my gorgeous Leone. You are going to realize, number one, like there is something like major missing in your life. You will know what's missing in your life, and this is important. This is really, really important. Whatever this is, whatever you're going to realize that's missing in your life, my gorgeous Leone, this is really important, okay? And also, when I say that this is going to be really important when it comes to you realizing what's missing in your life, you know, by the time you get for example, later on in the year, you're going to find yourself at around July and at around August, you're going to find yourself on a little crossroads. And this is why, by the time you find yourself on a little crossroads, this is where this idea is going to be playing absolutely enormous role, you know. And this is why it's important to actually really focus on it and reflect on it. And another thing that it's actually going to come out here, it's like in February, you are somehow going to find out what to do with this particular issue you have been struggling with. Something that you have been struggling with for a while, you're going to find out for the first time ever what to actually do with this. So this is also going to be important for you, my gorgeous Leonie. Indeed, March 2025, it's going to be quite important, because you are really going to need to understand that in March there is something so official you're going to need to do. Someone is going to remind you, and it's going to be like, oh my God, you're going to have so many alarms in your head. Someone is going to remind you, someone very close to you, someone really important to you, someone who is like one of the major people in your life, is just randomly going to remind you in March, oh my God, don't forget about blah blah blah. Oh my God, did you do blah blah blah? And you're gonna be like, oh my God, no, I forgot. Oh my God, I forgot. This is crazy, because so much is going to be going on in your life. So much is going to be happening. Bless your heart, and I don't blame you, to forget about this. So it is something really important that you forgot about. And you're almost going to be like really a little bit angry with yourself. Why did I forget about something like this? Oh my God. But don't worry. It's like you still have a plenty of time to kind of do this, whatever this is in March. So you will be reminded of something really legal, something really important, something really official. Maybe this is to do with some kind of a court case again. Maybe this is to do with something really kind of official or something really legal, but it is to do with something really, really serious, And I also think that, the outcome of this, it's whatever this is, whether it's a court case or whatever, the outcome is going to be so like kind of successful for you. And it's not only that you're going to be reminded of this particular person in your life, but later on, you're also going to have a really kind of wise advice that you should actually do this, really. It's really important. You're also going to have a really wise advice by somebody who's like really clued up with all these things or whatever. It is to do with somebody who you also like kind of trust to a lot in many different ways. So this other person is also like kind of going to give you this amazing advice, a really wise advice to go for it. And this is going to be very successful for you, whatever this is, my gorgeous Leonie. And at the same time, it's like indicating the fact that, maybe this is to do with just your problem, or maybe this is to do with like a problem that the whole family or a group of people that are the closest to are also going to be like kind of connected to, because somehow I see that the big family problem, it's also going to be resolved at the same time, or the problem of the people that are closest to you. And this is also a very powerful indication and a powerful sign, my gorgeous Leonie, that the month of March 2025, if you do want to start something like legal or something important or something official, something that we normally don't want to do and things like that, but legal, if you want to start something legal or something like that, March, it's going to be very successful for you. So I just thought it's worth to mention. Indeed, when it comes to April, oh my God, when it comes to April, when it comes to April, April. My gorgeous Leonie, when it comes, I'm crazy, don't worry. When it comes to the month of April, oh my God, this is gonna be mental, but in a good way. April is gonna be so life-changing for you. I cannot even explain this to you. Okay, I said to you, January it's gonna be a big mama. Hello, my darling. January it's gonna be big mama, because here you will understand clearly what you want to do. Just remember, big revelation. It's about this big revelation, big confirmation, big realization. It depends how this is gonna, how this is gonna happen to you exactly. But you will know exactly what your destiny is going to be. Just remember, okay. Be happy, be excited, be optimistic, because what am I about to say? It's gonna be mental, but good mental. In April 2025, I can say to you that this is the time when your life is literally going to change. Oh my God, something is gonna happen and it's gonna blow you away here. Something, you have got the major unexpected situation here. And there is a major problem, there is this problem that it's actually going to come to an end. So this is to do with this specific problem and something that has been draining your energy, and something again that has been bothering you for the last 10 months. So there is, in April, there is a major problem, which completely unexpected situation, major problem. It's going to come to an end. This is going to be completely unexpected, but at the same time, my gorgeous Leonie, it is not only that, it is this stability you are going to feel on one hand. On another hand is this big victory you are going to feel. And then again, my gorgeous Leonie, what are you going to realize? That right now, this is like one of the biggest wishes you've ever had. One of the biggest wishes you've ever had in your life. You will realize it's going to come true. But there is a certain step you're going to need to make. There is a certain move you're going to need to take, whatever. Do you know, my gorgeous Leonie? This is really important. So not only like a major problem, it's going to come to an end, but you're going to realize that one of your biggest dreams is going to come true. And I know it sounds corny, I'm sorry, but this is exactly what am I seeing here. So this is the beginning of such a beautiful change in your life. You will realize that one of your dreams is going to come true. You're not going to be able to believe what is going to be happening, but it's going to be good. You're going to feel so happy. And that dream, of course, this in itself, it's to do a lot. April, it's of course, indeed, a lot connected to the months of January as well. These 2 months are going to be completely connected, because in April, it's a lot to do with that. It's a lot to do with January, but also at the same time in April, what I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonie, that you know you are going to make a major step, okay, when it comes to now you realizing that one of your dreams, you know, your dream is going to come true, but it's coming true. But then again, you know, you are going to need to kind of keep going forward now, because there is a certain step that you're going to need to make. And a part of that step is like making a little journey to go somewhere. There is a little journey you're going to need to make. Maybe this is going to be a longer trip. Maybe this is going to be a shorter trip, but it's important to go to wherever you're going to need to go, and it's part of all this step that you're going to need to make, because right now you're going to need to start preparing in such a way where you are going to be thinking a lot about certain things in life, important things, official things, you know, everything is going to need to be sorted here. Okay, it's a lot about, like, you know, it's a lot about you kind of preparing yourself in such a way where you have to think about absolutely everything and things, and you're going to need to think about things that we are only thinking about before we make a major step and a major move. Okay, what you're going to do in April is going to change your life forever. Once you make this step, once you make this move, there is no way back. Not that you want to go back, trust me, because once you realize what are you about to tap into, oh my God, things are really going to start looking up for you here, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. Absolutely. And in April, you're also going to be thinking a lot about, like, oh my God, things that you have been through within the last 2 or 3 years, things that, you know, have been making you like really negative and sad, like kind of and down persistently, you know, but everything is like kind of gonna make sense right now, because every single negative thing that you remember that you actually had to go through in order to get to this point in your life, this is all gonna make you stronger, more clever, more wiser, you know. And there is an absolutely mind-blowing lesson you've actually learned, and this lesson is going to be on your mind. This lesson is going to be on your mind, what to do in life and what not to do. And when it comes to this lesson, I highly recommend you to go and spread this to those people in your life that are the closest to you, indeed. When it comes to the month of May, my gorgeous Leonie, how beautiful. Not only, you know, here in May, you know, you're going to be thinking a lot about yourself. You're going to be thinking a lot about what do you need to do in order to feel more happier. You know, lots of you are gonna be maybe starting some kind of like a fitness journey or something like that. You will be thinking a lot about that side, you know, like what do you need to do when it comes to your mind, body and spirit. So a lot of you are gonna decide to start some kind of fitness if you're able to exercise, for example, or lots of you are gonna carry on with some kind of a fitness if you weren't doing it for a while. Lots of you are gonna decide to kind of lots of you are going to be focusing on like a healthy food, vitamins and minerals, and all this is going to become so interesting to you. I'm not saying that wasn't interesting to you before. Maybe you're completely into these things, which is absolutely brilliant. You should be. But things are most certainly going to be felt on a completely different level when it comes to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, when it comes to the months of May, my gorgeous Leonie. You know, so this is why this is going to be so important. Please do pay attention to what your body is going to be keep on telling you. You know, maybe it's a certain vitamin that you're going to be missing out on, certain mineral. Maybe you're going to be keep on reminded of a certain food that you used to eat that was so healthy for you. Just try to connect and focus on it and see in terms of vitamins and minerals, you know, what your body is trying to tell you that your body needs, you know, because the connection in between all these things is going to be like out of this world. So if you're craving strawberries naturally, that means that your body needs like a vitamin C, for example. And this is something that you need to pay attention to, you know. So you are really gonna start living your life in a slightly different way. And I really like the way you are going to set a certain goal to yourself as well. And this goal is to do with these things, you know, and this means that you are doing really great, actually. This means that you're doing really great. This means that you realigned yourself to the point where you're going to start realizing things, you know, crystal clear. And this is also an important stage in your life, because I think that once we find ourselves on this path that we are destined for, this is, you know, this is what our spirit and our soul is trying to kind of like is trying to remind us that, you know, even more with you know, but like with things like this, you know, especially when it comes to like things that we should do in order, you know, to feel better, to be more happier and things like that. You know, sometimes when we are down and when we are negative and things are not working out, you know, we do kind of really close ourselves in. We give in a little bit without even realizing, you know, because we are stressed, balance is affected, and we give so much towards things that we are stressing about. And this is at the same time taking our precious energy away from us. So it affects that particular balance when we want to take care of ourselves, but we see it as if like a waste of time. I'm not saying, please don't get me wrong, that you see it as this as a waste of time, but I'm just telling you, when we are stressed and dealing with certain problems, it does tend to affect us when it comes to us needing to give a little bit more towards our own like kind of well-being. So this is why May is going to be really important. And also, when it comes to the months of May, there are really few interesting people that you're actually going to meet in May that are going to be pretty much so on a similar path to you, like a like-minded souls. These like-minded souls are important to mingle with. It's important to be around with. It's important to talk, because at this time of your life, it's absolutely perfect to like kind of like exchange and talk to people who are like-minded like you, because you will be growing in every possible way when it comes to this year. And that's why it's important to surround ourselves with like-minded souls, you know, because now you will be expanding your own horizons, you know. And now it's time. When it comes to the months of June, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When it comes to the months of June, my gorgeous Leon, it's like wow. You know what? Something really, another unexpected situation in June. Like, oh my God, you're gonna be really going somewhere. I know that you're gonna be going somewhere to sort something out, you know, to do something important in June. and something that it's connected to somebody else. You will be helping somebody. Bless your heart. This is a gorgeous person in your life. This is somebody really lovely, but it's somebody who has been and who is going to be like a little bit unfortunate in June, and that particular person will be going through like some kind of unfortunate situation. Somebody who this is a really lovely person, but that particular person is going to have some kind of a negative change in circumstances. And I love that person to bits. Somebody very genuine, somebody very beautiful, and somebody who you would describe this person as somebody who didn't have much luck in life. Bless their heart, and also when it comes to that particular person, you will be helping this person out with something. That person will be struggling with something, and you will be helping out that person with something. Bless your heart. And that person means to you so much, and you mean to this person so much as well. So I know that you will be going there in June to sort something out for that person, is to do with that person. And on your way back, and this is all going to be sorted, this is all going to be what you're going to do. It's going to be important for that other person, something that other person can't do for themselves, for example. So you're going to do something major karmic. See? Major, did you hear it? Major karmic impact on your life this is going to make. In fact, already on your way back, wherever you go, whatever you need to do on your way back, something really unexpected is going to happen. This is this unexpected situation that I was referring to, really. Something really unexpected is going to happen. You are going to suddenly realize that, for example, you're coming back from wherever you went to help out to that person, and in your mind, you're like kind of going home, and then suddenly you're going to get a phone call, a message, or some kind of realization. This is all going to be completely mind-blowing, and you're going to end up eventually going somewhere different. And that you're going to feel reluctant to go. You're going to feel, oh God, I don't want to go there. It's not necessarily to do with being surrounded by the negative people or something like that. No, baby, no. And you're going to find yourself going there, and there is some kind of adventure going to happen. Oh my God, something really brilliant is going to happen. Something crazy is going to happen. But it's like a mini adventure that you are going to have. And when it comes to this adventure, you are really going to realize there is something that you're going to try, there is something that you're going to tap in, there is something that you're going to experience, there is something that you are going to explore, and you're just not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. This is all part of your journey, my baby. So you will be thinking about it so much, and then you're going to realize that you so want to learn something so badly. Like, you will want to learn that, you will want to study that. Whatever this is, I really need you to go for it. I really need you to do it, because it's going to be really important. And I will show you right now, my gorgeous Leonie, where this is going to be leading towards. Look, you learning this, I just had to take oracle cards out. You learning this, this is going to ultimately be leading towards, look, you also like liberating yourself, but also releasing. This is going to play an important role when it comes to you releasing things in your life that no longer serve you, my gorgeous Leonie. And at the same time, look, this is going to bring such a beautiful inner peace into your life. Please go and do this. It's an important part of your progress, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. And also, when it comes to the months of July, when it comes to the months of July, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. When it comes to the months of July, listen, something, it's like, oh God. This is, you have to be very, very careful in July. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Because now in July, somebody who's like really nice, really gorgeous, really devoted to you. I love this person. I like this person so much. It's a super genuine person. It's a super devoted person to you. It's a super honest person, lovely person. It's a nice person. But sometimes even people that are the best people in our lives, even people that are so clever, so intelligent or whatever, people that are so important to us, even they can give us a bad advice, negative advice, bad advice. So my point is that somebody very close to you is going to come up with this like kind of suggestion to you, and somebody who has got an influence on you, and somebody who has got a big impact on your life, you know, and somebody who's normally right. But this time that person is not going to be right, because that particular person in July is going to be like, whoa, pressurizing you and telling you and asking you and suggesting to you to invest into something. Invest. And I'm saying, no, baby, no. No, baby, no. Do not do this. Because this, I'm afraid, it's going to be an incorrect advice. An incorrect advice when it comes to that particular person telling you this in July, that you should be investing in something. This is going to be an incorrect advice, okay? What do you need to understand? What do you need to understand? That you will know, you will feel like, oh no, I shouldn't, no, I don't want to. Well, you need to understand that a little bit later on, after that moment in time, you are really kind of going to you are going to, after that moment in time, my gorgeous Leonie, you are going to have this really kind of, before the end of that month, before the end of that month, you are going to have a certain news, certain information, and you will know that, you know, it would not be good for you to invest in this. And it's not, that information, it's not going to be about this being a bad investment for you, whatever you were suggested to do here. But that news that you are going to have before the end of the month, it's going to something much bigger, something much better, something that you most certainly should be investing your time in and energy in. And even if it's to do with money, you will know. So you will know that this is it, you know, this is it. So I just don't want you to like kind of invest into something that this gorgeous person is telling you that you should do, suggesting to you, just because it's coming from somebody who is like a major in your life, because you will know that something may not be right to you. It's not going to feel right, and you're absolutely 100% spot on. And this is why you just have to be a little bit patient, and you will see what another revelation you are going to have before the end of this very month indeed. And there is going to be much better situation for you to invest in, and you will know what this is. So you need to stay strong. The next month, my gorgeous Leonie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's going to be in August 2025. Now, in August 2025, you will realize, you know, that there is something that is start to dominate your life here in August. You're going to need to be strong, and you're going to need to put your foot down. You're going to need to take a leadership role in your life, and you're going to need to put your foot down. It's something that's starting to dominate your life, like in a negative way, really negative way. Do you know what I mean? And it's to do with somebody, it's to do with a specific person. So it's just time to put your foot down, and it's time to put your point across. It's time to take the leadership role, my gorgeous Leonie. This is important. When I say it's time to put your foot down, well, it's a lot about you kind of really starting to understand that you're going to need to have an important conversation with somebody and about it. And to you, this is going to seem like a brave move for whichever reason. Maybe it's to do with a person who's very dominating you know, maybe it's to do with somebody who's like very kind of dark in terms of their energy, but you are going to do the right thing, because it's not only about you protecting yourself and protecting your energy, but at the same time, you know, you are going to release yourself from some kind of a bondage here. It's a release from bondage, my gorgeous Leonie. It's like you know, you will begin to understand what do you need to do in order to reach even further towards enlightenment in your life. And you will kind of realize that, you know, after that, there is a big change, which is going to another big change, which is going to kind of take place in your life, because you are going to be offered something. You got something really major, it's going to be offered to you. Something major, it's going to be, after that, something major, it's going to be offered to you. And all I can say to you, you're going to have a major offer. This is going to mean to you so much, because the rest of the month is going to be all about that particular offer. All I can explain, or how I can explain this offer, is not only you're healing and ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey, but you are going to feel like your life in general is like kind of being promotion of your own life. A promotion of your own life, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. Okay, so that's going to be in August. In September, okay, so in September, my gorgeous Leonie, there is a journey that you're going to make. In September, there is some kind of a journey that you're going to make. So whether this is going to be a long journey, whether this is going to be a short journey, my gorgeous Leonie, it's important for you to do this, to make this journey. Maybe this is going to be like somewhere really close by. Maybe this is going to be somewhere in a different country. In September, this is rather important to go to that journey, because once you get to that trip, wherever this is, once you get there, you are going to have such a beautiful emotional experience. And this beautiful emotional experience, it's gonna really open your eyes, my gorgeous Leonie. Something is gonna happen, something major is gonna happen here, and this emotional experience, you know, your eyes are going to be open, and you're gonna never ever gonna look at life in the same way again, in the same light again. And I mean this in the best possible way. I mean this in a really good way. You're gonna again grow so much wiser here, so much wiser here, and you will also know that, you know, which aspects of your life you're gonna need to set the boundaries with, like immediately. Okay, the next important months, it's gonna be October 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's gonna be October. And now when it comes to the months of October, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yes, it is. I know, stop shouting at me. Yeah, it's October. When it comes to the months of October, I really like this, you know, because, you know, you are going, you know, this is the months of you reconnecting with people in your life. You're going to be spending a lot of time with, like, you know, maybe your family members, maybe your friends, and you really are going to, like, really kind of have a really great time of reconnection when it comes to reconnecting with people, my gorgeous Leonie, in general. But there is somebody that is also about to return into your life when it comes to October 2025. There is somebody who is about to return into your life, and I don't mean an ex-partner or anything like that. And I think it's just somebody who you haven't seen in absolute ages, somebody you haven't seen in a while. Maybe this is like a family member, maybe this is like one of your oldest friends, for example, but somebody really beautiful. I like this person a lot. It's about to return into your life. And I do know that there is going to be such a deep conversation you're going to have about all sorts of things. You know, you're going to be talking about all sorts of things, and it's going to mean so much to both of you that you're still on the same page. But there is something that you're all, again, are going to realize, that you're going to be reminded of something, oh my God, something that needs like kind of, an urgent attention and care in your life through the conversation with this person. Another similar situation to what I mentioned before. You're just going to be reminded of something that you forgot about, and you're going to be in such a state of like, oh my God, I really need to hurry up with this, you know. And this is also going to be rather important for you indeed. Okay. And when it comes to the months of November, my gorgeous Leonie, you know, when it comes to the months of November, this is crazy because there is constantly, you're like, oh my God, not only that you're going to have all sorts of like signs and all sorts of synchronicities, you need to pay attention to these signs, you need to pay attention to these synchronicities in November because they're all going to be guiding you towards something really important. These synchronicities and signs and omens are gonna be guiding you towards you needing to start something, towards you also needing to deal with something that you are subconsciously avoiding, and you have been avoiding this for a while. And I really need you to pay attention to these signs and synchronicities because you're gonna be guided by something rather powerful. You know, this is divine timing in your life. And there is also going to be, my gorgeous Leonie, somebody who you're going to persistently be keep on reminded, somebody that used to be in your life, a certain person. And every time when you're reminded of that certain person, the message is going to be the same. The message is going to be the same. You need to really you're going to be pointed towards a certain direction, and that's why you're going to be keep on being pointed towards a certain direction. And that's why I think that this is going to be quite important in November 2025, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed, because this is a lot to do with also with this specific goal in your life, that at this particular time it's still you're still kind of gonna feel like you're not reaching, and the only reason why you're not reaching this specific goal in your life is because something has been left unresolved that you're gonna need to deal with, that you have been keeping putting at the back of your mind for so long that now at this stage you're almost forgotten about. But that has created, or it's creating this spiritual domino, you see. So this is why it's important to keep on working on things like this, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. And when it comes to the months of December, I'm so excited for you because, oh my God, the months of December, this December, it's gonna be like the months like never before. Your life is gonna be completely different. You will be doing things you wanted to do for years. You will be enjoying yourself the way you wanted to enjoy yourself for a very, very long time. Your life in December is going to be completely different, and it's all going to start with this message or a news you are going to have. There is a major achievement you are going to have in December, major success you are going to have in December, major recognition you are going to have in December. Do you know what? December is going to be this December here, 2025, it's going to be completely different December you've ever had. And I mean this everywhere. It's not only about this massive achievement, it's not only about this massive success. When it comes to this big achievement, when it comes to this success, this is to do with your hard work. You need to understand that you immediately need to make a certain step to take this on the next level. You will know what that is, but I'm afraid that you're also going to think, okay, I'm going to do this next month. No, baby, no. You need to deal with this as this comes. So when you become aware of this success, this big achievement, you will know instantly there is a certain move, certain step you're going to need to make to take this on the next level. And you need to do this immediately because you're going to be unrestricted and you're going to benefit from being in the flow. I'm not saying that wouldn't happen later on, but I'm saying that this is really important. So when you become aware of this good news, when it comes to this big achievement, you're going to feel so happy. Financially, this is going to be brilliant. Emotionally, this is going to be brilliant. Spiritually, this is going to be brilliant. But for the love of God, do not forget to make that particular move that you're going to need to make immediately. Take immediately, my gorgeous Leonie, okay? And also, what else I was going to say, in December, things are going to be completely different for you. like you will look at your life and you will be thinking, oh my God, this is amazing. Wherever you are right now, however your life is right now, trust me, December it's going to be completely different and you're gonna absolutely love it. And this is the direct result of your hard work, my gorgeous Leone, indeed. And you're also, when it comes to the months of December, you are going to have a reason for celebration. So much happening in December, because also not related to that, not related to what I just said. This is on its own. In December, you're also going to have this important conclusion where you're going to realize what exactly you're going to need to compromise. And you're going to be in two minds. You're going to be doubting this and you're going to be thinking, oh my God, shall I do this or not? And then as soon as you make this compromise, like about 7 or 8 days later, you're going to have this mind-blowing news. And this news, it's going to be leading towards you realizing that now this is going to be leading towards some kind of negotiation, and this negotiation is going to be extremely positive for you. It's going to bring a positive impact into your life, because it's going to allow you, my gorgeous Leone, to move forward with your life. You know, the reason why this negotiation is going to end up being really successful, it's to do with a certain opportunity. The certain opportunity that is indeed going to start a beautiful transformation like you've never had before. So, oh my God, what a year this is going to be. So now, my gorgeous Leone, I'm just going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the year. Okay, what's going to be a tarot card of the year? Let's see. Oh, you see? This just came out by itself. And that's not a surprise for me, because to me, you see, it's like lots of worries. You had lots of worries, and you know, for the last couple of years, things haven't been easy in your life. There is no doubt about it, because lots of things slowed down. I know I mentioned this before, but I think that this is what this card it's actually talking about here, trying to say to us. And also, just you need to understand that I know it's easy for me to say, but try to be as optimistic as you possibly can. Try to take as many ventures as you possibly can. Try to start as many adventures as you possibly can. With other words, just try to be as open-minded. Rather take a risk than not take a risk. Okay, rather take a risk than not taking a risk whatsoever. But this card also means to me that your energy is going to be very strong. So if you're thinking negatively, oh no, you're going to slow yourself down a lot. If you're thinking positively, you're going to open the door in front of you. So just keep on being optimistic. Keep going. This card is completely opposite of what it seems to be in this particular case. There you go. You see this? Absolutely beautiful. You see, my gorgeous Leone, you are returning to your own roots. You know, there is a huge lesson you learned within the last few years of your life. You know, within the last few years, there are big lessons you've learned. And these lessons changed you forever. And you're still going through them. You're still learning. You're still growing. You're still evolving. But you're going to feel such a beautiful reconnection, you know, throughout this year. And you are going to have all sorts of beautiful ideas. You know, you're going to have lots of ideas. You're really going to perk up. You know, you're going to surprise yourself the way you're going to feel. But most certainly, I can very strongly feel that within the first 5 months of this year, you will know why am I saying that you're returning to your own roots. Because there are certain things you're going to be returning to that are absolutely imminent. Now you're ready. But the difference is that you will be looking at these things and feeling these things and looking at these things with a completely different eyes. And that's a big difference. So now, my gorgeous Leone, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards and I'm going to see what your oracle card of the year is going to be. Okay. Oh my Lord, look at that. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, do I need to say any more? New beginnings. New beginnings. This beautiful oracle card so nicely explains everything I said so far. Beautiful, beautiful confirmation for the end of this reading. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Okay, happy new year 2025. I wish you all the best, my gorgeous Leonie. You most certainly have so much to look forward to. Okay, most certainly now it's your time. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Do you know why this little purple Suji pendant is so special? Huh? Not only because it's so beautiful and it's so striking, but this purple Suji is very special because it has this ability to protect us, you know, against other people's energies. So with other words, we really are able to protect our own energies, and when it comes to setting the boundaries in our lives, making the right decisions and doing the right things in general, you know, it is absolutely ever so important to have the right balance in our lives. By that, I mean, if we do not set the boundaries with certain things in life without even realizing, this is going to be draining our energy, which does affect our own decision makings. So when it comes to like being indecisive, you know, being indecisive can be really dangerous in so many different ways, because the life goes by and we keep on being indecisive. By being indecisive, you know, we lose certain opportunities, we lose certain lifestyles we could live. We never find out what's on the other side. So this is why this purple Suji pendant, my gorgeous people, it's so important. Not only this is going to help you and protect you from absorbing other people's energies, but it's also brilliant for healing, and it addresses issues like, you know, paranoia and insomnia as well. So it's brilliant when it comes to like us, you know, having that feeling where we feel secure and where we feel relaxed. You know, it helps us to kind of release worry and to get on with our lives. So I strongly recommend you, my gorgeous people, to get this purple Suji pendant. Okay, this comes with sterling silver, gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. This is something I highly recommend you to get. Hello, my gorgeous people. Another pendant I want to recommend you would be this absolutely gorgeous and ever so special porcelain jasper. Porcelain jasper is so important when it comes to us balancing our energies and when it comes to reducing inflammation, for example, but it's also important when it comes to reducing anxiety as well. It improves focus, and it's also absolutely brilliant for the relationships in our lives. You know, it attracts the right people in our lives, you see, and this is ever so important when it comes to our spiritual journey, because it's not only about attracting the right people into our lives, but it's also able to help us to attract the right experiences into our lives as well. So this is why I think this porcelain jasper, it's ever so special to have, my gorgeous people. Indeed, this gorgeous porcelain jasper comes with gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is as usual in the description below. By buying from my channel, my gorgeous people, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.